Hey everyone, Lisa Salvatore here with some quick tips on how to stay grounded and protect your energy. This is so important, especially under the times we are living through right now, to try and keep yourself in a higher frequency, in a higher vibration, and to protect your energy at all costs. Now, this is a question that comes up quite often when I'm working with others, and they will ask me, how do I protect my energy? How do I raise my frequency? How do I raise my vibration? First things first, energy is everything, okay? It's the basis of everything. We all emit our own unique energetic vibration. Think of it like a channel on a television set. We all have our own channel, and we connect to others energetically before we even speak. Our energy introduces us. Oftentimes, this can feel very invigorating when you connect to somebody energetically and it feels very positive. Other times, it can feel very draining if the energy tethers are not appropriate. And truth be told, you're not going to connect energetically with everyone in the most fantastic of ways. That's just not reality. But there are ways to manage your own personal energy and to protect it at all costs. And in this video, we are going to go through some tips that may seem very common sense and very basic, but they're also very important to incorporate as much as possible. Now, I do always try to walk my talk, but let's be real, the past year to year and a half has been extremely challenging and on many different levels for everybody, personally and collectively. And it has been more difficult to manage our own energy and to protect our own energy and to stay in those higher frequencies that we always discuss. So I really hope that you get some valuable tips in this video. I hope that some things that maybe you've slipped on come back to you and you start to incorporate them again. They are all going to be very helpful, and I sincerely hope that you find them to be as well. And you can find me at lisasalvatore.com. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, to my website, to be kept aware of any events that I have coming up. The chakras and meditation. The chakras are the 7 main energy centers of the body in which life force energy circulates. If you are familiar with Reiki energy healing or are a Reiki practitioner yourself, you understand what I mean by the chakras. If you are not, don't worry. The chakras are invisible to the naked eye, but most Reiki energy healers and people that are sensitive to energy can feel the energy centers and what is going on or what may need to be worked on and worked through. Now, I want you to think of the chakras as wheels, which they are in Sanskrit. They're wheels of energy. And even though you can't see them, we do feel them. And when one or more of these chakras are out of alignment or out of harmony, they produce physical symptoms. Now, think of it as if you have a physical blockage somewhere in your body and you go to the doctor and they clean you up, they clear you out, and then you feel better. But what happens when you have these symptoms and there's nothing that shows what this could possibly be from? You go to the doctor, you can't find anything. This is likely that one or more of your chakras are out of balance and just need a little bit of TLC and energy realignment. I'm going to plug my services here because I do offer energy realignment Reiki sessions. I'm a Reiki master, Reiki energy healer. I do them virtually as well, and they are just as effective. I've even been told sometimes more so. You can find that at lisasalvatore.com. Under my sessions, you will see energy alignment Reiki sessions. However, there are also some really effective and free ways that you can manage your own chakras. One is through meditation. Now, you don't have to do crazy long meditations. A simple 5 to 10 minutes per day will suffice. I also have a free chakra clearing meditation right on my website. All you have to do is go to lisasalvatore.com and sign up for the newsletter, and you will receive that free download. And it takes you through all 7 energy centers. I've been told that it's very clearing and very cleansing, and that people feel rejuvenated after doing so. And it's not that long, it's a little under 10 minutes. So if you want to check that out, otherwise you can go to YouTube. There are many free meditations that you can find there. 2 apps that I absolutely love to use: the Breathe app, BREETHE, and Insight Timer are 2 great ones. So if you want to just do your own meditations, meditation is a great way to clear and cleanse and protect your energy. It helps to clear your mind. It also helps to clear the chakras, depending on the type of meditation that you're doing. Now, I'm not going to go into all 7 chakras. I will save that for another video or another workshop. But real quick, just to give you an example, the root chakra is the first chakra and it sits at the base of your spine and is represented by the vibrant color red. And think about a tree and the roots of a tree, how they ground the tree to the earth, right? So that is like our root chakra grounding us to the earth. When we do not feel grounded, we do not feel safe. And the root chakra is representative of our feelings of safety and security and the way that we put ourselves out into the world, which is very big and connected to our personal energy. If we are not feeling safe and secure, we do often feel physical symptoms because of this. The root chakra is imbalanced. Some of these physical symptoms can be lower back pain. For the feminine energies, it can manifest as cramps. For masculine energies, it can manifest as prostate problems with the prostate. There's many different ways. Emotionally, what happens is we can experience poor focus, feelings of pessimism and negativity, insecurity, anxiety, even on worst case scenario, suicidal thoughts, feelings of despair. A lot of times when we are having serious financial difficulties or concerns, we do feel it in our lower back, we feel it in our root chakra. So just a little example, if you're not feeling rooted, if you're not feeling grounded, if that chakra is not in balance, not in alignment, we do feel this. It does manifest. Now remember, we have 6 other chakras besides the root chakra, and each one has their own specific function and ways in which the energy flows properly. And when they're overbalanced or underbalanced, they do produce manifestations physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, there are some very basic ways to manage your own chakras and to keep the energy flowing as smoothly as possible. One, as I mentioned before, is basic meditation, but some other ways, eating properly, very important for keeping your energy flowing properly and smoothly throughout the body and keeping your own energy clear, which then protects it. Now, try to limit the sugar. Eating clean, whole, organic foods is extremely important for your energy levels of all kinds, and it just helps to keep you functioning more smoothly. It makes you less sluggish, and you're able to go out into the world with a cleaner, fresher perspective and less fog when you are eating properly. Now, eating properly looks different for everybody, but on the grander scale, you just want to watch the processed foods and the refined sugars, and you want to incorporate fruits and vegetables as much as possible. And again, try to watch the packaged foods, because that's when you get into trouble, and that's when there's extra junk added, and that makes us feel junky when we eat junk. Now, I'm not saying you never eat chocolate cake again or cookies or whatever, but just watch it on the day-to-day and try to incorporate more healthy, wholesome, positive, clean, organic foods, and watch the sugar. Now, also, drinking water, extremely important. Filtered water, pure water, and enough water, very, very important. Water is the basis of everything. Our bodies are 60% water. And as counterintuitive as it sounds, the more water we drink, the less bloated we are, we flush our system of toxins, our organs are running more smoothly when we're drinking water. Water is the basis of everything. The first thing I do every morning when I wake up is I have a glass of room temperature water. Sometimes I'll put Celtic sea salt in there for electrolytes. Other times I'll do a little apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, depending on my mood. It's a tip that if you don't already use, you may want to incorporate that, because it just wakes you up before you have anything else, and it gets everything moving, especially the energy. So it's really important to keep up with your water. I know a lot of times we think we're drinking enough water and we are not. And when you actually stay more cognizant of it and make it a point to fill up a glass water bottle, however many times per day you need to do it, it'll keep you more aware of how much you're drinking, and you'll remember, and also keeps headaches at bay when you're drinking enough water. And again, it just keeps everything running smoothly, specifically your energy. Nature. Nature is medicine, and the best part about this beautiful, wonderful resource that we have is that it is free. It is so important to go out and connect at least once per day. I do it several times per day. Just get out into nature, go out into the wooded path near your house, get out into the greenery and the scenery. be away from your devices, drink in the sights and the smells and the insects and the birds and everything, and just really drop in and connect. I find that if I have a decision that needs to be made and I'm just going over it and over it in my mind and I can't figure out what to do and my intuition feels skewed for what I need to do next, I will just go out and I will connect into nature, and I am always rejuvenated after I do so, and I'm able to make a decision from a much more clear and conscious space. So if you don't do that already, it's so important to get out into nature. And again, it's free. Find time to connect. Connection is everything. In these energies that we are living under right now, it is way too easy to feel isolated and alone, but there are many ways we can connect to one another via the internet. We're under the age of Aquarius, where there are online groups that you can become a part of to connect to like-minded souls. Now, also the face-to-face interaction, the personal connection is also equally as important to keep your energy up. When you're spending most time by yourself, you may think that you're okay, but when you actually do take that time to connect to others, you recognize that need, that basic need, that fundamental need that we all have as human beings, and that is for connection. So make sure that you are carving out some time in your busy schedule to connect to others. Disconnect. We're talking about finding time to connect, but now it is equally as important to be sure to disconnect, power down. What I mean by that is, we are all on our devices mostly all day long, computers, cell phones, tablets. It's the way of the world right now. It is the way of life. But it is so important to make sure that you allow ample time to disconnect and to allow your nervous system to ease down at the end of the day. I highly recommend that 1 hour at least, if not 2, preferably 2 hours before you actually turn in to go to sleep for the night or to try to go to sleep for the night, power down your electronics. That blue light from the computer, from the iPhone, from the TV, that keeps your brain stimulated, okay? And then it's harder to quiet down the nervous system if you're falling asleep, for example, with the TV on, if you have the TV on, or if you watch the news right before you go to sleep. Remember, that stuff sticks in your brain and it does come out through your subconscious. So this is where nightmares come into play and waking up with anxiety. You also want to watch where you're eating and drinking 2 hours prior. You may want to just stick with water or decaffeinated teas, beverages. Watch the sugar, watch the sweets, watch the alcohol, especially 2 hours prior to bed, because again, that stuff keeps your nervous system stimulated and that does not allow you to go to sleep. Sure, you may fall asleep for an hour or two, but then you will wake up because our bodies do most of their repair work while we are sleeping. So if we're putting things into the body that actually stimulate us, yes, we may fall asleep, but we're not going to stay asleep. Also, try to keep your electronics away from your bed, away from your head. Keep a power charger, if you must, across the room so that if you have to have your phone in there, at least you'll have it, but it won't be so close to your head and it will help keep the EMFs away from you. Again, these are all ways to just help you to power down and protect yourself, protect your energy so that you can power down in for the night and get some good quality rest and sleep, which is so, so important for functioning every day out in the world. Another thing that you can do is invest in a pair of blue light blocking glasses. So if you are going to be working late or on your device late at night, those glasses do help to mitigate the effect of those blue lights. And you can get a pair on Amazon for practically nothing. I mean, they're pretty cheap. Or you can invest in a more expensive pair. They do work and they do help. Speaking of powering down and sleep, sleep is so, so important in protecting and maintaining our own energy levels, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We all know what happens when we are very underslept. I don't even know if that's a word. When we're overtired and we're not sleeping enough, and we know what that feels like. We feel very cranky, we feel aggravated, we feel irritated. Our behavior can become erratic, especially if it's over a prolonged period of time. We all hear things on the news about people that are under a lot of stress and not sleeping, and they do ridiculous things, intentionally or unintentionally. So yeah, it's very important to try to get a handle on your sleep. At least shoot for 5 to 6 hours a night. I find 7 to 9 to be ideal if you can get it. Anything under 6 for me personally, I'm kind of a zombie. but everybody's different. And clearing your area of clutter is so important for helping you sleep better, because if your space where you're going in to turn in for the night to get some rest and retreat, if that space is cluttered, like if you have a night table with tons of stuff on it, you may not recognize it, but it makes you feel anxious, and it's not that comforting to want to go to sleep in that area. So start maybe making, like I like to call it, like a Zen den, like put a Himalayan sea salt lamp if you want, or a selenite lamp, very minimal stuff on your night table if you have it, or your area near your bed, your bedroom, the place where you go to sleep. It should be clean. Think about feng shui. It should be clean, because if it's cluttered, you're going to go to bed with that feeling, and you're likely not going to get quality sleep. And quality sleep is so important for protecting our energy. Crystal healing. Get acquainted with the metaphysical properties of some crystals. Crystals are not only beautiful to look at, but they also house many metaphysical properties, and they help boost energy and improve intuition and improve sleep. There's so many, and many have so many different functions. Now, clients will often ask me which crystals they should use to protect their energy. I always say go towards whichever one you're pulled to. If you shop online, you may be drawn to a specific color. Go for it. Go for that crystal. See what it means after you get it. And it is likely that that meaning will be extremely enlightening for you into where you are at your journey in that moment. Now, to protect your energy, some really good ones that also coincide with the root chakra that we talked about earlier to help keep you grounded are black tourmaline. That is a great one for keeping any negativity away from your aura. You can even get a stretchy bracelet on Amazon. I say Amazon, but you can get it really anywhere. You can go to a metaphysical shop and get them. You can shop online, but just make sure you look for the quality to make sure that it's a good, reputable source. Black tourmaline, wear it on your left side, because the left side is where we take in energy. Also, hematite is another really good one, as well as obsidian for protecting your energy. There's amethyst for increasing intuition and promoting relaxation through meditation. It also helps with insomnia. So if you are having trouble sleeping, you can get a piece of amethyst and stick it under your pillow. You can do malachite for heart healing. There are many, many different stones. Again, this could be a whole nother video, but do some homework, do some research, look at some crystals. There's so many different ones, and they're so, so valuable, and they do house many properties, and they're very helpful. Burn some incense. Incense is not only cleansing, but it also smells great. There are many different scents that you can purchase. Some of my favorites are sandalwood. I also love frankincense and dragon's blood for protection. Juniper is another good one. Eucalyptus. All of these are great. You can pick out the ones that you like. Some of them are very strong smelling, but a lot of them smell really, really good. They lighten up the mood. They help ease anxiety, and they just smell awesome. I have a neighbor that always walks by my window and is like, "What are you burning in there?" It's incense. But anyway, and usually it's sandalwood that she comments on. But yes, so find smells that you like, sit there, meditate with your incense. It's just so cleansing, and it brings up your energy, and it boosts your mood. And you can also cleanse your crystals through the smoke of your incense. Bonus. Sage. Get yourself some white Native American sage and burn it. Sage has many wonderful medicinal properties. It is one of the oldest and longest methods of ritual across the world. What sage does is it helps to cleanse any negativity from objects, spaces, from yourself. What you do is you light the sage stick and you walk around, and you can say something out loud or in your mind to set some sort of an intention for what it is that you're trying to do. It improves your mood. It's antibacterial. It's antifungal. It's an insect repellent. This is all natural, okay? But more importantly, it cleanses unwanted energies from the air, from the space, from you, from your objects. But you want to make sure that you always open your window when you're burning sage because, well, one, you don't want to smoke yourself out or set off your smoke detector. I might have done that a couple of times. But also, more importantly, you don't want to cleanse the energy and then have that same energy circulating throughout your space, your environment. You want to open the window so that it gets cleansed and goes out, and then it's fresh, new, you feel rejuvenated, your mood gets boosted instantly. And like I said, it's got many metaphysical and medicinal properties as well. You can use it to cleanse your crystals through the smoke, jewelry, furniture, everything. It is one of the most ancient ways of cleansing energy and removing negativity or unwanted energy from a space. Toxic people. This one is probably the most important one in reference to protecting your energy. And I know that this can sound negative or be very sensitive, but this is just the truth. When you're connecting to people that are toxic to you, it doesn't mean that they're toxic in general or that they're a toxic person. It just means that this person or this group is toxic to you. It is toxic to your soul. It is toxic to your spirit. And so you need to do what you have to do for you to protect your energy and protect your peace at all costs. If somebody is dragging you down or you feel depleted in their energy or drained or angry, or every time they call you or they message you, you can physically feel it in your body, because remember, we're all energy and we feel everything. When that happens, you are likely dealing with a toxic person or a toxic circumstance or a toxic group, and you must do what you need to do to protect yourself. When you cut connections with toxicity, your life does flourish and grow, and you are able to improve your own energy because you're not bogged down by this other negativity that's surrounding you. Now, again, I want to stress that someone does not have to be toxic to you. This is very personal, and you will know exactly which relationships in your life are considered to be toxic, and you either minimize your time with them or you just cut them out of your life completely. I know that that sounds harsh, but sometimes it is what is needed to really keep yourself in the highest energetic space possible. Boundaries are also very important, and remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Obviously, don't go out of your way to be, a jerk or really rude or say something detrimental and very hurtful to the other person. You don't have to do that. You don't have to fight fire with fire. You just change your behavior and minimize your time or cut the connection out altogether. There you have it. Those are just some quick tips on how to protect your energy and stay grounded during times of uncertainty. I really hope that this has helped you and that you have found a tip or two in here that you may not already be incorporating into your routine of self-energetic care. And if you are incorporating these and maybe you just forgot, because let's be real, life gets in the way and we sometimes do forget, I hope that something in here has jarred your memory and brought this back into your awareness. lisasalvatore.com. Please be sure to sign up for my newsletter and my YouTube. I hope that this has helped you take really good care of yourselves and protect your energy.